We're back, and here is the line art for my shoe. I could probably work on it a little bit more. Like I could probably bring some of these things up here. I'll bring that up a little bit higher, bring that up a little bit higher, bring this one up a little bit higher, and bring that up higher too. There we go. That looks a little bit better to me. Then I'm going to take this and move that up as well, and I'm going to adjust this just a little bit. Take your time with your designs, folks. It will be worth it. So I'm going to select this one here and do that, and then make sure all of your lines are connected, because if they're not, then your magic wand won't work and you'll have to end up using the pen tool to create a path. Okay, now we're good. Okay, let's see here. What we want to do is we want to select all of it so that we don't lose the widths on our shoe when we make a different size, because I'm going to tell you to make it bigger in a sec. But right now what we want to do is we want to go transform, scale. After you click scale, you want to hit uniform, and you want to click this button that says scale, strokes, and effects, and then hit OK. After you've done that, go ahead and select your whole shoe again, and let's make it the size of the page, like this. And then let's give it a background color, even if there's no color there. This artboard here that looks white is actually transparent when you bring it into Photoshop. So before you bring it into Photoshop, let's go ahead and create a white background for it. After you make that, you can right click, arrange, send to back, and then that will move that behind. Now this file is ready to be saved. So we're going to go File, Save As, save on your computer. I'm going to call it Shoe 1 Line Art, and hit Save. It's important that you guys start labeling your files with the correct name, or else you won't be able to find them later, and sometimes you may want to find them and you're going to be upset that you cannot. Anyway, I'm going to pull up Photoshop now. I'm going to go File, Open, and I'm going to track down that file of mine and hit Open. You want to change the mode to RGB, that's Photoshop color type, and then you're going to hit OK. Now that it's in here, you can you can render this the same way you did when you did your artwork that you chose and traced. Like, you can just select an area, then get your brush, and you can just paint it in. Very simple. You can do this. If you want, you can also create shadows depending on how much you want to render. Like if I wanted to put a shadow on here, I could do something like that, or I could use a soft brush and do something that looks like this. Okay, so that's one way you guys can go ahead and do your rendering. You could also apply another rendering technique where you use a texture. So if I pull this up and I write something like leather texture, and I go click, I can find a leather texture here that I can use, and what I'll do is I will click on it, and let's see, I've got to get this out of the way, move this over, and I'm just going to bring that to my desktop. After I bring it to my desktop, I'm going to go File, Open. I'm going to track it down, hit Open, and then I'm going to bring it into where my shoe is, just like this. After I bring it in there, I'm going to size it to the area that I want it to be in. So if I want some here, I'll hit Command T so I can make it bigger. And I actually want to put it there and here on the flap. So and maybe the front. Okay, so here's my texture, but that's kind of too big. So I want to keep the texture tight. So I'm going to go ahead and just make this one fit this area here. Like this. And then I'm going to copy. I'm going to hold down Option and copy and paste this piece over here. And I'm going to have to fill both areas like this. Okay. And we'll just do those two for right now. Now, these are 3 separate pieces, so I want to make them into one layer. I'm going to select the bottom layer. I'm going to hold Shift and select the top layer and then hit Command E. And as you can see, it's made it all one layer. Now that I've selected my texture, I want to hide it by clicking the eye. Then I'm going to click on my layer 1, get my magic wand, and select the areas that I want that leather to be in. After I do that, I'm going to turn this back on, layer 2, the leather layer. I'm going to select it, and then I'm going to do Command C, Command X, and Shift Command V pastes it in place. Then I can hide this and you can see how now I have leather on my shoe. You can combine textures. You could even use your patterns to make design on here, or you could just simply use your paintbrush and color it in that way. I'm going to choose a dark color, white and black. Well, anyway, I'm not going to finish these shoes here, but I wanted to show you ways that you could go ahead and use textures from the internet, or just use the paintbrush. I don't really like that black. I think maybe a dark brown might be better. I don't know. Let's see here. Yeah, that looks a little bit better. Command D. Let's see if we can do some cool stuff here really quick. What do you think about an orange? Let's try orange. Oh, not bad. Not bad. I always like orange, gray, and white myself. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. So that means that my lines were not connected. So what I'll have to do is I'll have to get my brush tool, come in, make it really small, select that color by holding Option. Oopsie. I need to get this to be a hard brush. There we go, that's better. And I want to finish connecting this line here by doing that. And oops, and then as soon as I connect the line, I should be able to come back in now with my magic wand and give it a color. I'm not completely sold on all these colors, but I do want to show you guys how to make your rendering so that it can be fun. Let's see here, let's do a dark brown for this one too. Just like that. And then you can see how my shoe's starting to come out. I could even create shadows for these laces here by simply selecting the outside with the magic wand, and then I'm going to come in and get like a dark gray. I'm going to make my brush a little bit smaller, and I'm going to trace these things here. So this is a cool way to make little shadows for your shoe. If you want to create more details, call me over and I'll be able to help you out. But as of right now, I think that this right here will be good enough. You guys can also use markers if you want. You can use, markers. You could use your patterns, you could use a paintbrush, and you could use textures. But before I save this, I want to get rid of this white background so that when I bring it back into Illustrator, it's just the shoe. So I'm going to select that layer. I'm going to click the magic wand, select the background, and hit delete, and hit Command D to get rid of the marching ants. And as you can see now, my shoe has no background, so that when I go File, Save As, shoe 1. I'm going to call this one now render. And I'm going to save that to I want to save it as a Photoshop file. And save that and hit OK. Then I'm going to call back Illustrator up here, and I'm going to go File, New, or actually, I'm sorry, File, Open. I'm going to track down my new file. Here it is. I'm going to open it up. It's going to ask if you want to convert the layers to objects or flatten or import hidden layers. All you want is the top one. Then you're going to click OK, and then here's your shoe. And as you could, oopsie, I'm going to select that whole thing. And then as you can see, it has a transparent background. So this is what you want to do for all 3 of your shoes. I should probably work on this some more, but I think it's good for the demo now. Anyway, I'm looking forward to seeing your designs. I'm sure you're all very creative and have great ideas, and I would love to see what you can do when you have the ability to create the graphics. Anyway, all right, that's it.